Tucker Carlson is going nuts for a new fad called testicle tanning.
If you want to optimize and take it to another level, expose yourself to red light therapy.
Yes.
And the Juve that we were using in the documentary, there's a massive amount
Which
of
is testicle tanning.
It's testicle tanning, but it's also full body red light therapy, which has massive amount of benefits. And there's so much data out there that isn't being picked up on or covered.
So obviously half the viewers right now are like, what? That's testicle tanning? That's crazy. But my view is, okay, testosterone levels crash and nobody says anything about it. That's crazy. So why is it crazy to seek solutions?
Yep. Yay, this is a conversation that we're having. Testicle tanning. What we're talking about here is using a weird machine to toast your balls. I don't know how that's exactly supposed to help with testosterone. Again, you're not actually supposed to bake your junk in the sun. In fact, excessive heat, kind of bad for your sperm count. I mean, according to science, which apparently these people do not listen to, sperm cells die when they are exposed to too much heat. Continuous exposure to high temperatures can cause sperm production to be low or cause the production of abnormally shaped cells that results in infertility. In fact, it's advised that, hey guys, listen up. Men should avoid spending prolonged periods of time in hot tubs and jacuzzis, avoid tight-fitting pants or underwear, should avoid sitting for long periods of time without getting up. Oh, I'm guilty of that one. Avoid prolonged bike rides in the heat. Don't put a laptop directly on your balls, on your lap for a long period of time. That is just good ball health. I don't know how sticking a machine in front of your junk and bathing it in some weird red light is going to do anything, not only for your balls, but for your, testosterone. I don't know. I don't know how it's supposed to do that. Gee, maybe because it's bullshit. Oh my goodness. You know what? In fact, look, one of Tucker Carlson's guests on another segment, and this was not part of the same one, but it's actually a different show, but they brought it up anyway. And this guest was not buying it. Take a look.
Dude, stop. Testicle tanning. Come on. I mean,
yeah.
I haven't heard anything that good in a long time.
Open your mind, Bobby.
I'm starting a punk rock band, and it's called Testicle Tanning. That's the end of it.
I think you'll be massively successful. But, I mean, don't you think at this point, when so many of the therapies, the paths they've told us to take have turned out to be dead ends that have really hurt people, why wouldn't open-minded people seek new solutions?
I don't know what the hell's going on in this world. I'm not even sure if I understood that question, but some days I just want to stop this planet and let me off.
Yeah, look, I don't understand that question either. I hate to say it, but Kid Rock, I actually kind of agree with him. I don't know what's going on either. I don't know how you're supposed to handle that question, whether or not you're Kid Rock, anybody. Look, you've gone off the deep end when that guy's the literal voice of reason. God, obviously, you can say this about Kid Rock. He is not interested in toasting his own balls. Well, I mean, great. I'm in agreement.
Testicles.
Okay, all right. Anyway, we don't even know what kind of light they're using. Again, we do know that too much sun exposure, and by the way, this is something, in doing research for this story, I ended up in weirdo websites. They're real weird, strange places, right? In doing the research for the story. Where it's like, oh yeah, no, we should absolutely, you get 200% more testosterone if you bake your balls in the sun. And I'm like, no, that's not, no, that can cause premature aging and skin cancer. That's not good for the sack. Not good for the testosterone or anything. But getting serious for a minute, right? So look, have people pointed out that there is a dropping level of testosterone among younger men? That's true. It is actually starting to decrease. Now, there are people out there that are very, very concerned about this. And they're trying to figure out how to stop it. Now, look, you might think, okay, who cares, right? Well, for men's health, testosterone is actually quite important. The lack of thereof can cause things like low energy, a low sex drive, less muscle mass, less bone density, the onset of osteoporosis, increased weight, low blood count. So obviously it's very important. So if you do have a marked drop in it over the time, then that could cause some problems for men, obviously. And also, for trans men as well, who are taking testosterone. So look, the decrease, by the way, it does happen when you get older, of course. It's part of the aging, I guess it's part of the aging process. But younger people, younger men are also starting to see these decreases, right? And so look, according to a presentation at the American Urological Association from 1999 to 2016, testosterone levels among young and adolescent men have declined. And so that is a real concern. And there are lots of different things that could cause it. A lot of potential factors, increased obesity levels, of course, diet, environmental toxins, things like pollution, obviously cancers, infections, chemotherapy, radiation, certain medications, diabetes, various syndromes. There are lots of different potential causes of this, or things that contribute to this. And so now none of those issues are going to be solved by microwaving your junk. Not going to work. Not going to work. Now, we could do some things. Obviously, we could do more research into it. That's always good. But also, think about it this way. For some of the possible causes like diabetes, for example, and obesity, well, maybe some more public investment in healthcare might do something. We could also work to destigmatize in our culture men's health. Now, that is something that obviously it doesn't get talked about. And when it does, it usually gets broached by the MRA types. But in reality, men's health is very, very important as well. And so, guys, fellas, it is important to speak up, to speak out to your doctor if there's anything wrong. And so the stigmatization of healthcare, men's health, especially men's reproductive health, is very, very important culturally. Men, we got to take care of ourselves, And that does not involve weird new agey BS like microwaving your junk in front of this whatever weirdo red light. Because we don't know what that is. No, we got to take care of ourselves. We can't take care of business if we don't take care of ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So that's good. Men take care of themselves. And we should. Yes, prostate cancer screenings, all that stuff. Very, very important. I'm pro men. And so in that way, pro men's health, because we all deserve good health care. And so look, that's one thing that, we could absolutely do. Another couple of things is some common sense regulation on our food industry to ensure that we have not only, healthier foods, healthier ingredients going into our food, and our food industry is regulated, but also to give people healthier choices when they're out at the grocery store. Simple food regulation, right? And plus regulation on, agribusiness, agriculture, because some of that runoff can pollute the water supply, which can have incredibly negative effects on human beings, including on testosterone. And so, look, many other health issues can be caused by pollution as well. And so that's something that we need to look at. Do some regulation. And now that's things, of course, that Tucker Carlson is against, because what Tucker Carlson is trying to do with all of this different stuff is he's trying to, one, do the culture war. Oh, it's the end of men. It's the end of men. Where are men going in America? Men are weaker. Oh, my God, it's testosterone. We need to do something like end feminism or something like that. But really, he's also trying to sow doubt. He is trying to sow doubt in institutions. The person that he was talking about, the ball microwaver guy, he was talking about, oh yeah, the mainstream position. I mean, we just can't trust that anymore, mainstream science. No, we can trust mainstream science. The problem is you're trying to sow distrust in order to sell things. And that's unfortunate. That is incredibly unfortunate. And so that's who this guy is, by the way. He's just trying to sell some weirdo new age crap to impressionable young men who have been propagandized and convinced that it's the end of men and the end of Western civilization, and we gotta toast our balls to make sure that Western civilization survives. It's super, super weird. Oh, and by the way, there's a huge level of insecurity here as well, involved of all of this, that of course Tucker Carlson is taking advantage of.